The one thing I was going to say that's actually been freaking me out a bit this week is someone mentioned that it's only a month until AEW's Wembley Stadium show.
Holy moly.
Come around quick. At the moment, Pete, they haven't announced a single thing about this show.
Right.
They haven't announced performers, they haven't announced matches, they don't even seem on television to be building towards anything.
No. They're just thrashing around and going, oh God, we forgot to write anything for
It's so weird that they've got this thing and they've sort of gone, oh yeah, that's done, don't have to worry about that now. And I'm a little bit terrified on their behalf. Yeah. I really am. I think it's an odd thing because, like, in a stadium, it doesn't actually matter about the quality of the match. What matters is the hype and excitement and the bigness of what they put together. And at the moment, there is literally nothing. They haven't got a thing. People about 4 months ago, or whenever it went on sale, were saying, is this going to be Sting's retirement? You know, he goes out in front of a stadium crowd, and that would be a good way to go. Are we going to see the elite of the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega having their first face-to-face with CM Punk and FTR? And really, what's happened is none of this has come to pass. And there were vague rumours this week. Someone was saying they might do Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho. Stop there.
A contrast of styles, one might suggest.
I mean, the issue I have is that I can go out at any given weekend and I can see Will Ospreay wrestle for about 20 quid, right? This is a stadium with nearly 70,000 people in. It's their WrestleMania 3, and we're a month out, and they haven't done a thing. Now, I do think one thing, Pete, and I think this would be a really bold play, and that would be to just absolutely fucking burn all the bridges with UK wrestling fans. And what you could do is just go, do you know what? Yes, we've sold out. We've sold so many tickets, far more than anyone can do. We can already boast that we put 70,000 people in Wembley.
Yeah.
So for the main event, it's going to be a tag team match between the Butcher and the Blade and the Kingdom of Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. They would then be able to boast. They would go, do you know what? We sold out Wembley Stadium and we put on the worst match that we were capable of doing with
as
the
roster,
main event.
As it stands. I mean, it's like the EMF, but is it the EMF who burnt all that money? Like KLF, sorry, the KLF. I think, well, because they've got all of the people in the stadium, I mean, they could legitimately sort of go, well, let's save the CM Punk thing, let's save all of the things you want to see.
We didn't promise you anything. You wanted, you didn't realise, but you're going to see an episode of our C show, AEW Dark, featuring a lot of the local talent from the southeast. I mean, I would respect that. I think I would begrudgingly respect it. But I do look at it and I do think I'm not 100% sure that AEW quite know what they're doing here. And that really, really unnerves me.
AEW All In, it gets me excited because I love the culture, I love the food. Oh my God, I'm going to get Nando's. I can't wait to get there.
I went into Archway yesterday and a Money in the Bank bus went past, you know, just a normal bus, but it got all the advertising livery all over it. And that went past, and I'd seen an AEW bus as well yesterday. And the AEW bus had a small picture of the wrestlers in the middle. And the Money in the Bank bus, which obviously has gone past now, the event and the bus. It was top to toe, and it was a really, really professional job. And I saw that going away, and I thought, I'm seeing differences between these companies here. that event is over. Its bus is still out there, but that bus looked really well thought out.
They put those little adverts for, what's that kind of like brown syrupy thing that they advertise on the tube all the time? I think it's made of
sauce.
No, I think it's like a Ventamil or something, and it's like made of plums or iron or something, and it makes it, and it gives you energy, because if you've got low iron, you can't have energy or something. And I always look at it and I go, who the fuck is buying that? It's like a more medicinal super malt. It looks like it's horrible stuff.
Okay,
I just think it's those kind of like the Leica Mobile man on the little cards they put in the tube above the windows. You know those like little adverts. I can imagine AEW running little adverts for that.
And they're doing, occasionally they'll have a full page in the Metro, which I imagine that costs about 300 quid these days. And it has at the top, yes, we mean Wembley Stadium. And then it lists the thing. And I look at that and I go, oh, it's because you're expecting everyone to look at it and go, they can't mean Wembley Stadium.
Yeah,
and you're going, yes, we mean. And I go, why are you thinking that people are going to be going, is it really Wembley Stadium? Yeah. Why aren't you going, greatest show on earth? Come and see it or you'll absolutely cry yourself to sleep forever. Push it big. There's a lot about it that is setting off little alarm bells. Quite often, like through British wrestling history, you know, and American wrestling, there have been these sort of indie shows that have gone on that have just sounded too good to be true. And they've hired venues that are much too big and they've said, we're going to bring in all these stars. Yeah. And the stars start dropping off and then it goes, we're going to move to a smaller venue. And I look at that and I go, I've got that vibe off AEW All In. Yeah. But they can't, they've sold the seats now. They've sold them. They can't move to a smaller venue. I just imagine if you rang up half the talent at AEW and said, have you had your seat booked? Are you coming? They'd all just go, dunno. Dunno, not heard anything. You know?
Yeah, all the British people, yellow stained, crooked teeth, disgusting animals. Yeah, we're going there. What's going on? What do you want to know?
An event like this gets you and everyone else excited.
Doesn't get me excited. I'm glad everybody else is. I'd rather die than have to go over there. So, but I'm sure Tony's going to make me because he sucks.
And it'll be like half of them will end up going on bloody holiday.
Yeah, they'll probably just chip off. Do you not think that they've oversold it and now they just can't find enough big LCD screens, like big LED screens? Like they can't even... Because of the big sort of situation with us watching WrestleMania at the WrestleMania in Los Angeles is like you're watching half of it on the big screens. And it was notable by its crappiness at Clash of the Castle. Like you could barely see what was going on because A, we had awful tickets, but B, the TVs weren't all that good.
Exactly. And what you've got is you've got an American company who probably think, do you know what, Britain will be exactly the same. And they will come here and they will say, have you got a 80-foot lossless LCD? Yeah, we'll just go, you fucking what?
Are you what?
Sorry, mate, you mad? Are you absolutely out of your bongo? You know, listen to him, Gary. Listen, that's what you get here. And they must just be going, my God, we can't even get like enough Coca-Cola. You know, they keep offering Corona Pop. I am so anxious about this because it's so quiet. I want them to mention it once on television and they haven't. They just haven't. I mean, the other thing I'm worried about is I'm worried that it's a scam, that none of this is actually anything to do with AEW. It's been set up by an enterprising scammer from Singapore, and he's just bought some websites and everyone got too hyped, and Wembley isn't even going to be like, everyone will turn up and they're like, we've got the semi-final of the under-21s women football playing. It just feels more and more like it's not being planned out. And I'm just really, really concerned that at this stage, they haven't got this absolutely locked in and hyping it. I mean, look, maybe in 4 weeks' time, someone will end up listening back to this and just go, oh, ye of little faith, you stupid idiots. But if we're right, Pete, I'm editing this last two sentences out.
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me.
Hello, I'm Pete from WrestleMe.
Hello, I'm Mark from WrestleMe.
That was a nice salute. We can be found over on our Patreon, patreon.com/WrestleMe. You get weekly podcasts, a monthly fantastic newsletter that's absolutely gigantic. It's ginormous. You get weekly podcasts advert-free, and you also get these videos advert-free. It's patreon.com/WrestleMe.
We've done loads of stuff there, so go and look at it. There's loads. I tell you what. I'm going to do one of those Capital Radio links. One thing that could be even more than that is the annual spectacle of AEW's Blood and Guts. It's professional wrestling at its biggest and brassiest.
And it's free on Billy if you know where to look.
Coming soon to Sky Sports Plus. The UK Rampage. The biggest stars rumbling and tumbling. AEW Blood and Guts annual, their version of War Games. It's the Jericho Appreciation Society of Angelo Parker, Matt Menard, Daniel Garcia, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, and The Wizard, Chris Jericho. Yes. That's appeared, new nickname. Versus the Blackpool Combat Club of Mox, I've written Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz, with William Regal, who I do like William Regal in his AEW run, which is now concluded. I do like the fact that he'd come out as a manager, and part of that was he would then immediately go to the commentary booth. And I do sort of go, maybe you should be doing managing.
You should do some managing,
You don't bring your own commentator. Although that is a great gimmick. No one's really done that before, where they're like, I come out with my own commentator, and he sits there and he just goes, this guy is tremendous. And then they leave together. It took place on the 29th of June 2002 at the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan.
Little Caesars Arena sounds so kind of lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, the Little Caesars.
The Little Caesars.
Oh, he's stabbing it with some chopsticks.
You know that Little Caesars is the third biggest American US pizza chain. And I was like, Little Caesars pizza, third biggest?
That seems insane.
Why do we have any over here? So I looked, and we used to, and then they all shut down.
Right.
And it's been 20 years since the UK has had a Little Caesars pizza. The first one in 20 years opened last December in the Reba Drive, Chellaston shopping precinct.
Chellaston? Where the hell is Chellaston? Derby.
Little Caesars, the third biggest organisation of pizza in the US, looked and they went, you know where we need to go in Britain?
Derby.
Right in the fucking middle. And then we'll work our way out. I was looking online. There's mixed messages about whether these places have survived.
Right.
But they did say there are 2 branches in London. I had to look on Google Maps, and with the one in London, I looked at 3 p.m. today, and the one in London was like closed, opens 12 a.m. And I was like, this is a front for something. This doesn't seem real.
Because those franchises, if there's only one in the country, where can you get the special flour that they use?
It cannot be cost effective.
No.
For them to go, we have to do one shop, and so we'll ship it all over. And they'd be like, do you know what? We have actually run out of one ingredient. I go, no, fucking lot now. We just send everything over. Are you looking for Little Caesars?
I'm looking for a review of Little Caesars pizza. So there is a couple in London. But I mean, there's Battersea. There's one in Battersea. There's one really close to the Savoy. In case you want to sneak out of there. And near Queen's Park Tube.
It's a funny collection of places, isn't it?
We
want Derby, the Savoy, Queen's Park, and Battersea.
Yeah, they've got one review. Betty Loga has put loads of reviews in there, but they've got loads of contributions, but they've given them a 0 star, and they've tagged in a picture of their allotment.
Yeah, I don't know whether America is the same, but I think Little Caesars over here do not exist.
Yeah.
And I think something is going on, and if I was involved in the American Little Caesars, I think it's time you looked at Britain, because something serious is brewing.
Yeah.
And it's damn serious, yeah.
I mean, they're just lying about Little Caesars
honestly,
pizza.
my immediate thought was it was just code, and it would be all like, I went to the Little Caesars in Battersea.
Wink,
the girls
wink,
were very clean. I wasn't rushed, and there was a shower. I thought it was going to be that, but it's something even stranger where everyone's being weird.
Yeah, what is going on with
Some
Little
waste
Caesars?
ground. That's Little Caesars Battersea. Here's the pizza I had. It's covered in nuts and bolts. Oh, here's the CEO of Little Caesars UK. That's right. It's 1970 star Metal Mickey. What's everyone stop fucking about with Little Caesars? Man.
That's probably why they fucked up.
Yeah, the British are untamable.
They will not stop fucking around with our brand.
Do you know what the British are like? It's like Asterix, right? We're like the Roman Empire. They're like the indomitable Gauls. And it's absolutely the fucking end. The fucking end.
No, I want this to roll so people can tell that I'm not being genuine. What am I saying? AEW is coming to London for All In August 27th. Get your tickets. See you there. There it is.
We're back with WCW. Goldberg's in trouble. Ming to the front. Back he goes to the turnbuckle. Into the gut. But Goldberg rebound with a headbutt. Ming on the outside. Ming gets a tear. Goldberg gets a tear. This could get ugly. They're gonna eat pizza.
Little Caesars WCW meal. Get a free WCW motion card when you order 2 medium pizzas for just $9.99. Collect all 4.
Pizza.
I'll trade you these 3 for a Goldberg. Nope.